Well, hello and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our monthly Anewgo Amplify client training with our very own VP of Sales, Beth Bird. I'm Anya Chrisanthon, Chief Communications Officer here at Anewgo, and I'm going to be your hostess as always. I'm going to be in the chat monitoring all of your comments, so please jump in, say hello, and if you have any questions, we're going to try to address all the questions. Or if we can't address them today, we'll definitely address them in a replay when I send it out later in the week or the following week, since we're heading straight into the 4th of July. So happy birthday, America! But today we're going to be talking all about promotions. You guys are probably running some promotions now for the 4th. So Beth is going to give you the best practices of how to run successful promotion and make sure you sell the most homes. So with that, Beth, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Anya. I'm so excited to show this to you all. This is a feature that I have been wanting a long time and it's finally rolled out. So I'm going to walk you through this new promotions feature now just to make clear for everybody. This is available to all of our clients who are on our website or our marketing app 3.0. And if you caught last month's Amplify, we gave a demo of the brand new marketing app. If you're not moved over yet, don't worry. We will be getting you moved over. We'll be in the process of transitioning all of our clients in the coming months. So if this is something you want to do quickly, reach out to your account manager. We can get you on the early adopters list. But all of our clients on those two platforms will have access to this promotions tool. So first, let me share my screen. So let's start with the marketing app. We are in our marketing app right now, the demo account for Anewgo Homes, and I'm starting on the community list page because I wanted to show you how these promotions can play out in a few different ways on the front end, and they are going to look similar on the website. We can toggle over and look at that in a minute as well. So let's start with Blue Jay Woods. You'll see this little promotion flag. I'll mention that again later. So as I scroll down here in the section, there is our promotion section here. So you'll see three different ways that you can plug this on a page. Now, I just plugged in sort of a placeholder, name event, some text, and a CTA button and a picture. So this enables you to plug this in as a section on the page. Let's go back. Let's look at Bluebird Trail. You'll see in Bluebird Trail here, I have a banner at the top that just says New Home Savings Event. Learn more, and this button can take me wherever I want it to go. Or let's go down to Canary Woods. You'll see as I'm scrolling down the page here in a few seconds, I will get a pop-up if I did this right. I may have just set it for the plan, so let's look at it on the plans. And if not, you're going to learn with me how to troubleshoot this because we are doing this live. So let me open up a floor plan here. All right, it looks like I changed something in the back end. So, oh, there we go. I just wasn't patient enough. Here is the pop-up option for the promotion. So those are your three choices. Again, page section, banner at the top, or a pop-up. And I'm going to walk you through how all of those work. Let's jump over to the website. You'll see I'm on the same type page here. In Blue Jay Woods, it looks a lot like the marketing app. I've got a section on my page here. Of course, this will look different depending on the theme that you have selected. The styling will vary a little bit. Here, I've got my banner at the top. And then let's see if it's working on Canary Woods, if I can be patient and just wait a minute. As I get impatient, I'm scrolling down the page here. And I may have set this at the community level or it may have been plan level. So we'll see that in a second. Here's a sample of a plan. I'm scrolling. Give it a couple seconds and it should pop up. And the great thing is you have control over how these pop-ups work. So I'll show that to you on the back. All right, I'm getting impatient. I'm going to move on. I should have set that setting to move faster. So let's go in the back end. We are in the back end of Console. If you already use one of our 3.0 products, you're familiar with this. If you use our sales centers, our configurators, you're already in the marketing app 3.0 or website. If you haven't seen this before, this is the new back end and soon everything will be here. So stay tuned on that. If you don't have access, when we get you moved over to the marketing app, you will have access to this and you'll see this is where you'll find under content dashboard. So I'm in content dashboard and then I go to promotions and this is where my promotions are set up. You'll see I put in 3 here: section, pop-up, and banner. You can search here. You can even choose by type. So there are easy ways to sort as this list gets much longer for you. Or you can add a new promotion. So first, let me just walk you through the 3 that I've already set up. So if I click on it here, this is what the back end looks like. I have a toggle whether this is active. I can name this internally, and then I have the customer facing name or headline, because those may be 2 separate things. I especially love that we have a start and end date, because I don't know about you, but I know sometimes promotions have a beginning or an end that don't really align with your work schedule or your marketing team's work schedule in terms of when they can get in and make the update to the website. So rather than having to worry about getting on really early Monday morning to update or shut down a promotion, you can just schedule this out ahead of time, which is super handy. There's also a spot for an internal note here. So if there's information that your team needs, you can plug that in. And then this is where you choose which of the 3 product types you want to use. And each of these creates a different set of boxes on the right. So for the page section, I can choose 3 different layouts. And let me go back here. Let's go back to the Blue Jay Woods community and see how that looked. So you'll see in this case, I had my image on the right, my text on the left. Jumping back, so that's layout A. I could switch that around so it's flip-flopped, or even have an image across the top. Although I'll tell you, layout C is a little harder to execute well. It takes a certain proportion picture to really look good. So you want to think about, how does this work as you're scrolling down the page, especially on mobile. So A and B are my favorites, but I have seen C done well as well. And then in the description field, we've got a rich text editor here. So you can always use the handy little bold, underline, cross out. You can plug in links. We've got all those basic things that you need. And then most importantly, your CTA button. So you can label it wherever you want to label it, and then plug in the URL. So you'll see in this sample, I took them to the contact page, but I'll show you a couple other examples in a minute. And then here, this is where you'll upload the image. And then jumping back to the left side, this is where you can plug in promotion information if you utilize our XML feeds for your website. So Zillow and Realtor.com do have the ability to pull promotions through. You can plug in the correct type, whether it's agent or consumer. Typically, these are consumer promotions. Put in your description, and then this will populate through onto your XML feed as well. So that's a handy feature. Going back to the top, we started here on info. Let's look at community assignments. So next, again, you can search a community if you have a lot. I'm going to hit edit assignment to begin editing, and I can just choose which communities I want to assign this to, or even assign all. And then at the end, hit save changes for the customer end or for XML. So again, they may differ. Maybe you want to have a promotion that's specific to your Zillow feed that you don't want to show up on your marketing app or website. This is where you can assign it only to the XML versus only to the customer facing side or the front end. Same here with plan assignments. So maybe you have a particular promotion that is plan specific. We can come in here, edit assignments. I could just say I want all Blue Jay Woods plans assigned or even unassigned. Or I can say I want the Avondale in all communities to have this promotion, or not, or pick and choose. So there's lots of really easy ways you can assign to all here. So you've got a simple blanket if you want it to go to everything. And I'll hit cancel here. Going back to lot assignments, this is specifically meant for your inventory homes, quick move-ins, available homes, whatever you call them. I suppose you could do a promotion on lots. I've seen that done occasionally, but primarily this is where you will edit your promotions for specific inventory homes. And I know that that's actually probably one of the biggest use cases for many of our builders. Maybe you're offering a promotional rate, an interest buy down or something like that. This is where you'll be able to go in. Now, this is one giant list of all of your lots. So you can search by community. So you're filtering it down. That will help significantly. And you know what? I'm just realizing I misspoke. You cannot currently put this under just available lots. This is just set up for the inventory. So correcting myself there. You can even sort here by status. So that might make it easier for you to find future inventory versus inventory. You can search by a lot name or address. So we've tried to make it really easy for you to find the homes And then of course, when we hit edit assignment, you can assign to all, you can choose selected. You've got lots of options so that this is correctly applied where you want it to be applied and not visible where you don't want it visible. Let me show you here if we wanted to add a new promotion. It's very simple. First, I'm going to give it an internal name, and let's just call it test promotion. And the headline, I'm going to say special savings event. And let's say it is just going to be for the next week. So we want to start today and we want it to end next Wednesday. And I think let's do this as a pop-up. Pop-ups, I was having trouble because I'm going to show you where to add those features there so it'll pop up exactly when and how you want it to. All right, so test promotion special savings event. I've set my start and end date. I've set pop-up. Now I can start designing it. So let's go with layout B in this case. And I'm just going to say this is a test. We don't need to put all that information. And let's say schedule a visit. Maybe we want to get them to our calendar for your OSC or sales team. I'm going to select an image here and let's just pick, let's see, let's do this great dining room. That's a nice one. And the URL for this, I'm going to just put the contact page. Maybe you put your Calendly link. I'll show you a couple other things with that in a minute. All right, so I've created my promotion. Let's assign it to a community. And I think let's do Eagles Landing. I don't think I've put a promotion on that community yet. So I'm going to save my changes. I'm going to go to my plan assignments. And I think we'll do it on everything in Eagles Landing. So I'm going to select this right here. I'm going to hit save changes. And let's also put that on the inventory in this community. So I'm going to sort by Eagles Landing. I'm going to edit here and I'm going to just select those 2 inventory homes. We're not going to offer that on the homes under construction. So I'll hit save changes here. Okay, so I am good to go. Now, what I want to show you is if you want to edit how the pop-up works, you're going to go back to your marketing app here and go to configuration. I know it seems like you'd want to go to pop-ups. It's not there. Longer explanation. So just look in configuration here and scroll down and here's your promotions configuration. Pop-up options. So this, I'm going to hit edit here. I want it to appear within 3 seconds. And here's the thing, only once per visit. That's why it wasn't popping up. I'm saying one time when a user visits my site, I want this promotion to pop up. If I did every time I navigated back to the page, the pop-up would come. But I had tested this out before we were on the call, which is why it didn't pop up on the community the first time because it knew I'd already visited the page that day. This is where you really need to figure out your product, your customer. Sometimes it's really annoying when there's a pop-up every single time you open a page. Other times it's needed. So this is up to you. If it's something that's not such a blatant in your face promotion, you may even choose after X days and say, okay, I'm going to show it to you the first time, but then I'm not going to show it to you for another 5 days. I don't think you'd use that one quite as often, but we did put it in here once per visit for maybe a medium intensity promotion, and then every visit if it's something you just really want in their face and you want it to pop up quickly. Same thing with the banners. You can set the banners to be every visit, once per visit, which is what I did, or after X days, okay? And when you're done, make sure you hit finish changes. So that will enable your pop-ups to work correctly. It might take a second for it to apply, but we will try. So let's go back to communities here. We'll go to Eagles Landing. And yeah, I probably did this too quickly. Oh, no, there we go. This is a test. There's my picture. There's my schedule a visit button. All right, couple more things I want to show you. Let's go back here. Notice how I have this little label promotion on some of these. Let me show you how to add that. So if we go back to our content dashboard and let's go to communities, and the community we just created a promotion for was Eagles Landing. So I'm going to go to that community, Eagles Landing, and go down to community ribbons. That's what we call those little banners. We're going to just put in promotion here. I'm going to hit add and see this little pencil. I can choose which of my colors I want to use for this particular little banner. So I'm going to submit that one to be a blue banner, and that's how I get my little ribbon. It'll take just a minute and it'll show up on the front end. Something else I want to show you is jump back into the marketing app and let's open the community page and hit edit here. So see, I've got promotions right here. This is where you can drop and drag it. Maybe you want the promotion to be the very first thing they see when they get to the page, or maybe you just want it to be a few sections down. That's your choice. And right now it says promotions. I put it that way so that you all could see and understand what this section is, but maybe that you want to call this savings, if I can type right. Whatever you want it to be, you can come in here and type the name of that section. Let's go back to the page that shows the section. In Blue Jay Woods, you'll see promotions. You're not going to want to say that probably to a customer. So you put your title here, you put the event or the promotion in headline here. So maybe this is like special offer, and this is 4th of July savings event, and then you have room for your description. Okay, so that's how to move those sections around on your page. One other bonus for website clients that I wanted to suggest is you may want to consider creating a landing page for that promotion to connect to. So let's see, I have it hidden. It's not actually in a menu. So let's see if I remember correctly. I think, oh, there it is. I've got it saved, new home savings event. You could very quickly, just in a couple minutes, threw together this landing page. I put preferred lender information with a button to go get pre-qualified, especially because a lot of builder promotions right now are tied to interest rates and special buy downs. So I suggest putting together a quick landing page. That promotion CTA may take them to this page where you have more information. You may not want to info dump all of the details of that promotion on your page, especially if you're using a banner, there's no room to do it. Your pop-ups, you don't want to be too cluttered. So I recommend keeping the basics on whether it's a section or a pop-up. And then again, this is website only, not marketing app clients, but create a landing page where they can go to. Now, marketing app clients, you can use an external link, meaning you can link them out to a landing page on your current website. So you don't have to have an Anewgo website to do this. Really, you could build your own landing page on your end if you have that ability and take them somewhere, or even just have a link to take them to your mortgage lender. Whatever you want to do, we give you control over those CTA buttons. So there's lots of options. I'm really excited for you all. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you have good examples of what you've done that's been really successful, please send them to me, because I would love to see what's working. I'd love to see your creativity, your ideas, and putting all of this together, and any feedback on what's been successful, or if there are other features or elements that you think would be helpful to you on this. So that's all I've got for you today. Pretty quick one, but thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you again next month.
Thank you, Beth. Hopefully, you guys are all feeling ready to run your own promotions over the 4th. Again, happy birthday, America. I'm excited for the 4th, 250. So hopefully you all get to take a little bit of time off, and meanwhile sell lots and lots of homes. I will send this recording out to you shortly. So if you missed the beginning, don't worry, it's coming in your inbox in the next few days. Thank you again so much for joining us this month, and we will see you next month in August. So we'll see you all then. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.